You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show.
With over 27 million downloads each week, this is your home for all your after-show recaps, analysis, and interviews. This is AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm Christian Rosenberg with a special edition of The Voice AFTERBUZZ, because joining me on the phone, a man with probably one of the most powerful voices you will ever hear in the history of The Voice, a man who got all the way to the final 10. Austin Jenckes is joining us right now. Austin, how are you?
Great, man. How you doing? Great to be here. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for taking the time to talk to us. I actually, yesterday, I spoke with Ray Boudreau, and he was talking about the relationship that the two of you kind of created while being there on The Voice, and he was even talking about how you two are going to kind of exchange some concert appearances where you're going to go down to Louisiana and experience some swamp pop, and he's going to go up to you in Nashville.
Yeah, man, that's the plan. You know, we're trying to kind of just put all hands on deck, you know, and, him and I were roommates, and we definitely got a chance to hang and just connect, and he's a great artist, great guy, and I'm sure you will see us on the stage together again soon.
I cannot wait to see that. Now, let me ask you, you being a part of Team Blake, the 3-time defending champion coach of The Voice. Did you feel any pressure being on his team, or did he kind of make it seem like, overall relaxing and at ease and just able to let you just go out and rock it out like you were doing all season?
I think as far as Blake's concerned, I mean, it was always comfortable to be around him. He's very, very good about just letting me be me, do my thing. The pressure, I think, mostly I just put on myself. There are some big shoes to fill as far as other people that have been on the show, but I felt like I had a little bit different of an approach as far as an artist on The Voice, and I really feel like he understood that, and that came across.
Gotcha. Did you have a particular, was there one specific performance or one moment that you might have had on the show that for you sticks out more than any other?
Yeah, for sure. She Talks to Angels was a song that Blake picked, and it was the first show in the live rounds. Yep, first show in the live rounds. Mm-hmm. And, I got to sit on the stool with my acoustic guitar and do my thing. I think it was the most well-received as far as, iTunes downloads, and just the performance overall was very much so me. It's kind of my wheelhouse, and I think that was my favorite.
Awesome. Yeah. You kind of, you have a, very, emotional story that you really told all of America, about,
yeah.
With your father. And, situations like that, a lot of people, myself, personally included, find it very inspiring for someone, to go through, a tragedy like you did growing up, but still, out there trying to do what you love and succeeding. I mean, obviously, millions and millions of people now know who Austin Jenckes is, and it's a truly inspiring thing. I was curious if anyone has reached out to you as far as maybe if someone unfortunately went through a similar circumstance that felt that you kind of inspired and motivated them to keep trucking along.
Yeah, that's definitely a huge part of my experience on The Voice. Is just being able to tell my dad's story and also have that be a part of my story. And I had a lot of people emailing me and Facebooking me, tweeting me, and at first it was overwhelming because it's like I wish that I could sit down with every single one of those people, and just have a conversation and before the show, I hadn't really used Twitter at all, and so having real life conversations in 180 characters is something that was really new to me. But I feel like I figured it out, and I definitely was very touched by the amount of people that were, influenced or motivated or affected by my story and my dad's story, and that was just huge for me. Great experience for that.
Very cool. So, there's the typical question that I could ask you, like now that you're, off The Voice after the finale, which I'm sure see you on, what's next? But you pretty much already have let people know off your website what's next. You're starting a tour over the West Coast, and you're going to be starting to work on a new album. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's definitely right, man. I did music. I've been doing music since I was really young, and I've been doing it professionally for about 5 years now. And I moved to Nashville from the Seattle area 2 years ago, and focused mostly on songwriting. So I've written over 200 songs in the past couple of years, and I've been pitching songs to artists like Blake Shelton even before the show. And right now the focus has shifted to me as an artist, and that's what I'm trying to do. I just want to go out and share my songs with everybody. And the way to do that, in my opinion, is, getting in a van and getting on the road and just really connecting with people. And that's definitely the plan. As far as the new album goes, I'm working on it right now. I have so much material, and really just trying to figure out what kind of album I want to put out. Whether that's going to be Americana or singer-songwriter or maybe a little country. It's probably going to be a mix of everything. Just trying to get the best songs for the best record.
I'm curious on something that you were just mentioning when you said like you kind of submitted some songs to Blake before you were even on The Voice. Did he, when you guys first officially met, then did he recognize you from the songs you sang?
No. I mean, the Nashville scene, is just so huge, and there's
right.
a lot of businesses, a lot of companies, and songs get passed around every day. I mean, I think hundreds of thousands of songs are written here every year, and there's probably 50 or 60 actual legitimate publishing companies in town that are pitching songs to all the record labels. So it's not as personal, so I think my songs had probably floated over there, via email and stuff like that to his team, but he didn't know who I was. And that's a strange thing, before I was on the show, I actually got to meet Miranda as well. My roommate's band was opening for her, and I went out there with them, and it's very crazy to kind of have a little bit of a storyline, to talk to, like when I went into the show. And I definitely wanted to be on Blake's team going into the show. So I think it worked out really well. And as far as me writing, that's a huge goal of mine, is to pitch songs for other artists.
Gotcha. And yeah, I listened to the album that you have on your website right now, and it's really, really great stuff. Very, very original stuff. And I actually noticed something in one of the songs on your website, the song "May the Blessed Be Strong." I don't know if maybe I just happened to notice in that one song, but I was getting a huge Bruce Springsteen vibe out of you as well. It's like who kind of like really do you take after when your songs do you take certain artists and then kind of mix them up to make it your own?
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'm definitely one of those artists that I find some big artists like that, like Bruce Springsteen, and then I try to go look at all of the people that claim that they're influences, and so there's one band that I ended up stumbling on called Need to Breathe, and they're one of my favorite bands ever, and they're hugely influenced by Bruce Springsteen, and So yeah, it's kind of a strange thing. It's not like I own every Bruce Springsteen record, but I really respect, like, as an artist, what he's done. You know, he's all about the people and, you know, the hardworking people. And, you know, that was me growing up. My dad was a blue-collar worker, worked for Boeing as an overhead crane operator, and I've worked construction, and I was a forklift driver, and, you know, just hope, love, and freedom. Those are just the, you know, a few key things that I like to write about.
Nice. Now let me ask you about your fellow Team Blake member and fellow fantastic beard owner, Cole. How left out did Ray feel, by the way, with all you guys with these, like, you, Cole, and Blake with the beards, and Ray's just all baby-faced?
Well, I told Ray that he should, if the singing career doesn't work out for him, at least he could be a model. And I don't know if he liked that too much because, you know, for him, I think a lot of people talk about his appearance or his marketability, and but to me, I mean, his voice is what stands out the most. He has a fantastic voice, and same thing with Cole. You know, Cole is got this really cool vibe about him. He's very laid back, and he's probably top 3, one of the best musicians I've ever met. He can play piano, drums, bass, guitar, and he can play each one of those instruments, like, very well.
He's in the final 5. Do you think he has what it takes to beat the others and win this season?
I do, man. I think The Voice deserves to have somebody like Cole win the show. He's a real artist, and I think that's exactly what they want and what you want as a you know, as an audience. For me, I'm a fan. You know, I'm Cole's friend, but I'm a fan of what he does, and I can't wait to hear what kind of record he puts out. And yeah, I think he definitely has what it takes.
Well, I can, and I'm sure, you know, all our fans listening cannot wait until we hear, you know, this new album from you, and try to get a chance to see you when you start going on tour. I know in January you're heading up to the Seattle area, I believe, and then you're going to be down here in LA in January as well, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got 10 shows booked on the West Coast. San Francisco, Sacramento, Los Angeles, playing at the Hotel Cafe in Los Angeles, and really excited about that. It's one of those cool venues that I've been to a bunch. And
I was actually just there a few days ago, seeing a former Katrina Parker from season 2 of The Voice performed over there. So I was just over there the other night.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see you over there in January.
Awesome, man. Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah, and all the info of your tour appearances, that's all on your website.
Yep, AustinJenckes.com, and also you can keep in touch on Facebook. My Twitter handle is just Austin Jenckes, and all that stuff is constantly promoted through the social media sites. So.
Well, that's great. Austin, I want to just thank you so much for, you know, taking the time to chat with us today. I'm really happy to hear about, you know, this tour coming up, the new album coming out, and can't wait to watch you on the finale in a couple weeks as well. So that should be fun. You can go to austinjenckes.com for find out all this tour information and the album information, and of course, look him up on Facebook and Twitter at Austin Jenckes. Austin, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us today. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Austin Jenckes. Again, you can follow him on Twitter at Austin Jenckes. You can follow me on Twitter at CRosieVOC. And for all your AfterBuzz news, you can follow them on Twitter at AfterBuzz TV. Thank you guys so much. I'm Christian Rosenberg, and we will see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.